Hey there, welcome to Monstercat's Mix Contest, where real home DJs showcase their mixing talents to win real prizes. Here, let me show you. Each season, finalists from all over the world face off on the show to earn the votes of our elite judges. They must come up with the most creative mix only using our music. But there could only be one season champion. So let's get right into it because it all starts right now on this season of the Mix Contest.
Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to the third challenge of the Mix Contest Season 6. Before we get started, it's time for the results from last week's Full Circle Challenge. All three finalists did a fantastic job, but unfortunately, only two can advance to the next round. You voted online, and our elite judges sat down and made the difficult decision of who those two advancing finalists are. And we're going to reveal those results right after this break. Nah, I won't do that to you. The first home DJ to advance to the semifinals is Darby. And the second home DJ to join him is Disharmonic. Congratulations to the two of you, and I can't wait to see how you perform in the next challenge. To send off Enderin, here is some feedback from our elite judge, Monster.
To Darby and Disharmonic, congratulations on advancing to the next round. Enderin, unfortunately, while this might be the end of the road, you should be very proud of your mix. For future mixes, my feedback would be that sometimes less is more. Sometimes the listener needs a break from a lot of tracks and it can start to get messy at times, so you need to think about whether it would be cleaner to leave a track as is. I can't wait to hear more from you in the future.
Thank you, Monster. Now, let's see what's in store for us today. This episode, we're bringing back my favorite challenge from when I competed. This is Artist Mentors, but with a few twists. Both Mikey and Ethani have spent the last week being mentored by the incredible producer and rotating host of Monstercat Silk Showcase, Jason Andel. In this 30-minute mix, they must include 3 records from another rotating host of Monstercat Silk Showcase. On top of that, they must also include a record selected by the finalists that they had a hand in eliminating in the first challenge. Immediately following this episode, head on over to monstercat.com/mixcontest2021 to vote for who you think deserves to advance to the next challenge and get one step closer to the title of champion and the incredible prize bundle provided by Pioneer DJ, HyperX, and Label Radar. This community vote will join our elite judges in determining who advances. Lots up for grabs this episode, so let's jump right into it. First up on the decks is Ethani. His focus artist is Tom Fall, and he must include Inverness and Amelia Moore's record, Toxic, selected by _Quantum. Here's what Jason Andel had to say about mentoring Ethani.
For Ethani's mix, the first focus, how do we go from 10 minutes and triple that? This was the same for both contestants. Don't get me wrong, there's a ton packed into the set, but there's definitely sections that have a purpose of playing out longer portions to help add contrast to some dense mashups. There were also some parts where we looked at key changes within transitions, and I was impressed with the instincts that Ethani had here. Definitely some tricks of the trade I use regularly, and we tweaked that a bit. Ideally, this will be something that you guys can ask about after, because it'll be perfectly seamless. Great work, and best of luck, Ethani.
No man could hope for a peace in these dusty wastelands. As they stood on the horizon, gazing at the hurricane, they assembled for certain destruction. They knew that the only way out is forward. Time will prevail as time waits for no man. get wild.
On the base, putting work on the, I put in work on the base, putting work on the, I put in work on the base. I put in work on the base, putting work on the, I put in work on the base, putting work on the base.
see it. She give me what I want, but you give me what I needed. When you lose your clothes, I lose my senses. You always find a way to cave me in. I tried to drown me out, now I sink or swim. You don't know what you do to me. I'm sleeping with the enemy. You always find a way to carry me down. You're breaking me down. I realize when you come around. Went down the rabbit hole, ain't no way out, no. You always find a way to cave me in. I tried to drown me out, now I sink or swim. You don't know what you do to me. I'm sleeping with the enemy. You always find a way.
Thank you, Ethani. If you think Ethani deserves to advance to the finale, head on over to monstercat.com/mixcontest2021 right after this episode and vote. Picking right back up, here is Mikey. His focus artist is Vintage and Morelli, and he must include Glacier's Nurture featuring Brenna Myers. And this was selected by Note. Here is Jason Andel on what it was like mentoring Mikey.
Mikey's mix work started out the same way as it goes for pretty much everyone. Let's go from 10 to 30 minutes now. The strategy of making that happen was in the track choices here. Mikey really focused on acapellas and tracks with interesting chord progressions, which presents some challenges for when and how to mix them together. Our conversation really focused on fine-tuning these risks for the best payoff for you guys listening. Sprinkle some technical details to help glue everything together, and we're on our way. Great work and best of luck, Mikey.
It's a circle and it's a long way round. But maybe I'll bend it out of shape and break it in half, then I'll escape and wander around where the top is always down. I'm dreaming of a Rolls Royce Phantom life, where everything is golden, rich and nice, and anything you want can name its price. Oh, I'm dreaming of a Rolls Royce Phantom life.
never recover. Hear my tribe roar live with the thunder. Let it rain down so we pour out another. All I wanna feel is light will reveal. And ceiling roofs get blown with the fields. And the foundation laid down with the brave. Uncharted, we set the pace. Anticipated in the way we say rise, elevate. Elevate. With your head up, high from the ghetto. Seeking the format, smack that stiletto. Boost in the treble, ride that staccato. All I wanna feel is bassline, make it wetter. With your head up, high from the ghetto. Seeking the format, smack that stiletto. Boost in the treble, ride that staccato. All I wanna feel is bassline,
Thank you, Mikey. And that just about wraps up today's episode. Thank you to our finalists and Jason Andel for putting on quite the show. I'm still blown away by the level of competition this year. Now comes the hard part. Head on over to monstercat.com/mixcontest2021 and vote for the home DJ most deserving to advance to the finale and get one mix closer to the incredible prize bundle from Pioneer DJ, HyperX, and Label Radar. Thanks for joining us. See you back here, same time, same place next week to see Darby and Disharmonic battle it out. Until then, this has been Rocket Man, signing off. See ya.